Greetings, subscribers, haters, trolls, and tropers. I'm Mario Ponner, and welcome back to Let's Play EG. In this episode, we're continuing onward to Sector 6, and we're trying to find Dan. The Komato and their assassins are after me. We're trying to find Never Control Room to look for Dan. And we can try to call him from one of those, which wouldn't be too hard. There's a health station here. I don't really have any points to do it. There's some ammo over here, which I can probably crack this door, so I'll just take it right here. Pretty easy. Easy peasy, nice and easy, but my ammo cap's sort of maxed out, except for those rockets. Rockets are useful, because I actually used a couple. I'm gonna shoot this barrel. Could kick it, but that would end up hurting you. You could use weapons on it, but that would take up ammo. And now there's all these people here shooting each other. They do model videos all just blowing each other up and stuff. Awesome action. Action-packed. That guy's going to be flying, and I jump right into that like a narb and an idiot. Because I'm not anywhere near the best at this game. And I'm more out of practice than I thought I was, but I try. There actually is a shredder here, but you can accidentally kill some people by falling down there, so I don't think I'll actually be using this. I'll just drop down here anyway. Yep, there's still some people around here, and there's just one Komato left. They actually did pretty well in this fight. But once they run out, but if the enemies don't have anyone else to shoot, they will shoot you. See, like that. Because they don't have anyone else in the line besides they end up aiming at me. So I'm actually second priority. You know, what's this? Another advertisement from Kiwi. Anyway, have you grown tired of wasting days in scum? Ever considered why you spend energy going for spaceships? All I can do is poking with conventional ordinary plain to all medium standard weapons. So the shock splitter is for you. This new invention for Komato Imperial Weapon Industries will reignite your lust for dealing with the bothersome tasers. You blow them left and right with supreme explosive power. Already approved by both berserkers and annihilators, this nano weapon is becoming a huge success to the pulse cannon. Just the thought of a single high explosive projectile is enough to make your mouth water. That's not all. Upon impact with your comically panicking enemies, the shock spinner will split into A6 subtrials called splinters, which are specifically designed for frying nano armor in an instant. So that spend more time operating the same low-end art garbage, but doesn't even set your enemies on fire. Enjoy your shock splitter today, now, for only a crap ton of units. Kiwi cannot be held responsible for personal injury, technical bugs, or enemies not actually taking fire. Yeah, I don't have enough power Komato to get this right now. And no, it doesn't actually set your enemies on fire. What a shame. What a gift. They ripped us off. There's some nano down here, these guys, who seem to be more happy to kill each other rather than actually, you know, do some useful.
Queen's rules?
Oh look! And there's another assassin! There. However, unlike Asha, this guy can actually fire both his guns at once, and you don't actually need to fight any of the assassins. Well, most of them anyway, you just run past them. But I want to read that logic there. And yeah, you have to use pretty much the same tactics you use on Asha because he's, you know, immune to the whole thing. And yeah, he's about to fire both his guns like that there. He has a couple moves Asha didn't use, well at least not in normal mode anyway. And he still has that, but they all have different coloring than Asha, just distinct, just so they look different, pretty much. These guys are all black. See, like that. They do pretty much the same thing. Like, see, like that stabby thing. If you didn't kick him in the crotch, he would try to stab you in the face like that. But I ducked. Guys just don't learn. Well, I don't learn either, but I think they would do a bit better considering they have to teleport everywhere. They have a weakened version of that sword spam, and only fires 3 of them. So
Oh,
it's way less
please.
useful. Yeah, actually killed him, yay. Assassin Asha, about another assassin. This mission is like any other. Infiltrate wherever Tasen least expect and kill as many as possible. This is the Tasen's final outpost, we expect them to fight fiercely. The assassin Asha is in charge now. He lost his right arm idiotically. He was trying to be the best unit in the army. Permission to speak freely here, but he's an idiot. He's too full of himself to understand assassins don't have a thing on the annihilators and generals, not to mention Iosa. Yeah, apparently she's really strong or something, yeah. We're efficient brand of cyber when it comes to amount of kills versus death count, but we use stealth and refinement in our skills. Asha thinks it's a one-man army, not part of the team. Just like the player, if you're going there and killing everyone. Yeah, pretty cool. What kind of idiot gets caught up in a battle with a few elites, he teleports halfway into a wall and destroys his arm? Not many people would survive that kind of thing, but you think it would cause ego down to size just a little. So he's an arrogant fool, and we get to fight him again. And he's actually the hardest boss in the game on higher difficulties, because he's just so darn fast. His first fight isn't so bad on higher difficulties, but the second time, ouch. And my Tasen stat isn't high enough. I'm probably going to get the MPFB this level, because you need a Tasen stat of 10. I'll probably just upgrade it and get that, because I'm already pretty good on health and crack, so I maxed it out. Crack anyway, and nearly pretty high on health right now. And here's some more nano, very useful. Health station, and checkpoint. This level actually takes quite a long time. It's not quite as long as Sector 5. It's somewhat easier, but yeah, it's not quite as long. Let me check my stats for a second. Nope, still no kills. Still taking some damage, not quite as much as... And I wasn't paying attention, take a rocket to the face. This game encourages you to pay attention all times. No matter which difficulty you're on, no matter how good you think you are, you still need to pay attention. That goes for any game. See? Like right there. Attention. Something I'm terrible at. Yeah, I didn't even need to use that right then. Now I'm sort of screwed if anyone fires anything else. Or anything else is big. I leveled up! Yes! Awesome! Means I get more points and more explosives and... Oh, nanometer, an automatic reflector. This is useful. It's like exactly what the assassins use. It automatically reflects projectiles. But it doesn't reflect that detonator shot like right there. And he actually played tennis with him right there, but he couldn't fire fast enough to keep up. But they can actually use their weapons a lot, their resonance weapons a lot faster than you can. Yeah, and I actually killed him just by bouncing his own shots back automatically. That was pretty cool. This game has a lot of cool moments in it. I'm leveling that up there. There's an MPFD right over there. We'll be picking up later. We'll be picking it up anyway. Logbook. Tasen Commander. Komato are slaughtering us, our army is falling apart. We're done for, and so are the humans. Everyone will die on the planet. Well, we're trying to stop that. It's like we destroy every planet we even touch, because in one way or another, Komato find us every time. I have no idea how they did it this time, unless the human anomaly was involved. They couldn't have seen through our transmission. And how did they see through the transmission? That doesn't become a plot point until later on, but they did. All you need to know for now is that they did. It wasn't too big of a deal. Down here, there's like more fighting and more turrets. See, the turrets don't even bother shooting with Komato because of the security routine you mentioned earlier. They only shoot you, and that one's actually fairly strong, but he's still vulnerable to a boot to the head. There's a berserker here, which I really don't feel like fighting, so I'll just give him a shotgun to the face to show him what for. Oh look, there's more shredders here, which are actually pretty useful to get through here, but you pretty much mow everyone down pretty quickly with them. So I recommend not jerking around, messing around too much if you're gonna pass this run. There's a door with some stuff in here. I don't know if I upgraded my stuff. An MPFB turret. You won't be seeing many more of these until like later in the game. Quite a bit later actually. And there's these guys. Hey guys. Rockets. Which I fail at reflecting apparently. There's some more stuff. It's a rough old day at the office. Literally, I mean, this is just an average day, a slow day for me, for EG, or whoever you want to call her. EG, our protagonist. I need to stop referring to her as herself. Assassins. They fight. If they're in for a serious fight or laying in ambush, they prepare themselves by creating a mental map of the area. These areas are small. If you encounter assassins, just keep running. They won't fall into a place they haven't seen before, so they don't teleport into walls, like Asha did, like an idiot. They run from fights when they take enough damage, though, so you don't have to worry about killing them. They drop parts of a nano field, but not dead just for cheating. If you ever kill an assassin, you would notice a huge explosion. But that doesn't happen. Well, I'm not going to spoil anything, but it can happen. A splinter gun shipment. Oh, and every cracker. Someone actually got a splinter gun. Only top and liners, I guess, you get splinter guns. It's a combination of a machine gun and a shock splinter. This is awesome news. Machine guns easy to get a hold of. They all get shock splinters. Basically, you can hack the two together pretty simply. It just shoots out splinters in a machine gun fashion to shoot through armor. It's actually pretty useful. Probably not going to get it or use it very much, but it's nice. So basically you gotta be careful about using these because these guys are hackers. They have to worry about military law. Power to the troopers, buddy. And there's actually some little bugs on the ground. They're like 1 pixel long. They're not blitz, they're too small for it. I actually don't know what's up with that, but there are actually small bugs in certain parts of the game. I'll point them out if I see any later. I actually really haven't noticed those that much until lately. That shows a rough map of the sector. And so you automatically get a map of the sector by checking this, but I've already finished the game, so I already have one. See, this place is pretty big, and you've got to go through most of it. History of Komato. Aliens from a remote planet now known as Origin, but Komato is about 160 billion people, approximately. Remember Inception, they evolved their standing pass, and then after war-torn history, they invented mass space travel, they went to deep space and abandoned Origin without looking back, knowing whatever race would evolve there later would pose no threat to them. They realized the potential of the new homes and empires. The Supreme Order was erected under the High Command, and the Imperial Army was formed. Uninhabited planets were chosen as breeding grounds and fuel sources, and the Komato planned to become the greatest civilization they would ever know. Well, they're the only civilization they ever know. Even after countless Star Turns had passed, only occasionally they sent scouts to inspect Origin, which Bentley reported another race calling itself the Humans had appeared. Wow. However, High Command couldn't possibly oh, that's actually a typo. It should be possibly instead of couldn't possibly. I never noticed that. Well, they couldn't possibly consider this pathetic excuse for a life form a threat and let them be. Until recently. When the Tasen came here and temporary malfunction. Translation, that assassin's jamming this, and
shall we?
And he starts teleporting around like a little jerk. Well, if you actually haven't upgraded help, this is pretty annoying, still in this tiny little corridor right here.
Well, this was a disappointment.
I think we outrun him anyway. And so I'm gonna go back here, read this logbook, and the rest of these terminals. Human anomaly. Alright, squad, our target's a superpowered human that roams this area. I know the rest of the elites, the assassins and the elites got better missions like hunting down elites or sabotaging medical supplies, but a job's a job no matter how easy. Remember the bounty. 10,000 units for total termination of the anomaly, 10 times the value for intact body, 100 for live capture. I'm assuming that's a lot of money, I wouldn't know. Well, whatever. Now this terminal should be working. And this is actually pretty special. It's a game inside a game. Hero 3D. It's actually pretty simple. It's a nice little arcade game with black and white graphics like something from the really early 80s. You can fly around, shoot both left and right with 2 keys, and you gotta hide in the background to avoid being seen by that searchlight or a huge missile goes at you. It's pretty fun. There's these doors to open. There's like 8 levels, and the game gets harder until you've beaten it like 200 something times. It's actually pretty easy to die, because it's an arcade game, and of course you die if you run into the walls. And you can waste literally hours just playing this game. In fact, there's a little funny plot point that comes later on, which one of the Tasen has this brilliant idea to get rid of you, which involves just getting you addicted to this game and then capturing you while you're stuck playing it. And yet there's a missile, and I died. Done. So yeah, I could go on for hours, but I don't feel like it. I'll probably show more of the game later. I haven't actually finished it ever. I need to stay behind these boxes to avoid the searchlight and dismissals. Wait a minute, I don't have time for this anyway. So yeah, Lampshade's how addicting it is. It actually is really fun though. Summary of History Part 2, the Tasen. The original Tasen were Komato who questioned the extreme genetic engineering that had turned them into mockeries of nature, and the ambitions of the army of Doom. They started to engineer their appearances to what they looked like before their ancestors left Origin. The Tasen began to be called a separate race from the Komato. We were never accepted in our society. They were second-class citizens, to put it mildly. They've always been seen as parasites. They weren't smart enough to revolt with violence. The Komato outnumbered us 100 to 1. The Imperial Army had been bred for war for countless generations. Our economy kept dwindling, and leaders struggled to find a way to continue coexisting with our oppressors. Their hate was growing. Everyone lived in fear of the Komato, deciding to cleanse them. Oh yeah, that actually makes sense. Everyone was afraid the Komato would cleanse themselves of our subculture of Origin lovers. So now we've got, like, I don't know, racial genocide? God, this game story is dark. And then there's the Alpha Strike. This ultimate weapon was designed for use by a bunch of ships, starships. Each individual ship fires thousands of lasers intended to destroy all life on the surface of a planet. Its use is relatively simple. Align a great number of ships equipped with the Alpha Strike in a sub-lower orbit of the planet, charge it up, and let the automatic unified guidance system allow every single beam to be fired to strike a different area for maximum efficiency. While charging, a distinct light display reveals a targeting strike, shining through the clouds and lighting up the ground, but the enemy has not much time to react as they realize what's happening. While firings have yielded 100% satisfactory results, the Tasen acquired it for themselves is modified to give it a more variable power, mainly to strike planets without destroying the surface or atmosphere, yet still wiping out a significant portion of the native life forms. Such a strike was performed on Origin, or else none of us would be here and this game would have been over, like, after the first 30 seconds of opening cutscene. They didn't have time to evaluate the risk of these advanced aliens, who turned out to be not as alien as we thought. What's wrong with people? I've heard this small anonymous group trying to get the army turned against Annihilator Iosa. What exactly do you think they're doing? Saying things like General Torres or respected leader Diplomat, while Iosa is just a brainless soldier. Right, first, Thor changed completely once the war started. Second, brainless soldier, he knows he's more powerful and respectful than any of you ones. I don't see you suggesting anything else better. We can't disagree with ourselves, we can't start more wars and start assassinating our own leaders. This treason was declared the highest war offense by High Command after that little Taco massacre. Arguing will only cause a never-ending. Let's get rid of the one we have now while we're still united against something, and maybe that'll be enough to teach people you don't mess with the army. You're only gonna make yourself the outlaw, and that's not an argument, it's facts, so deal with it, you whiny creeps. This is serious business, guys. Rough. I sounded awful lot like the internet discussion for whatever reason. Ah well, but it was serious business, so I'm not gonna worry too much about it. Taco Incident Part 2. Already famous incident, the Komato platoon was mysteriously killed during an assault on the spaceship called the Taco, along with the Tasen crew. There's a connection to the Komato Annihilator. Imperial research denies the rumors of the Annihilators being mentally unstable and attacking their own units, which is the most likely explanation. It's well known the Annihilators have built-in kill counters displayed in their visors to raise their lust for violence. Did the Annihilator kill his own men to boost his kill counter? It doesn't make any sense from a gameplay standpoint, because, friendly troops can't damage themselves. The Tasen can't damage a Tasen unless they get hit by the shock blast, and the Komato can't damage the Komato unless they get hit by shock blasts from shock splinters or rockets or something like that. Simply, it's the only possible explanation to me, and that it was probably killed itself by the wounds inflicted by the estimated 270 ever units aboard the spaceship. But few believe a single unit can be so powerful as to decimate such a military force by itself. And, well, I'm glad we don't have to fight one of those right now. That sounds gnarly if you managed to, like, beat that many people. And that door, I think, gets opened later on, actually. You can't crack through it yet. And down here, there's some more stuff. Another logbook. Assassin Asha. Okay, what does this guy want? There's a human working for the cause of the Komato, and he's been for some time. He contacted us on the planetfall, and he claims to have the power to command the anomaly's every action, for the purpose of Origin's destruction. Think about it. What we have in our possession is the ability to direct her into whatever trap we so design, provided she trusts her partner enough. So he's talking about Dan. But Dan's not a traitor. He might be a jerk, but he's not a traitor. And it's pretty funny how this area is called Black Ops, actually. Well, since Black Ops came out, this game came out before Black Ops. Quite a bit, actually. Originally, it came out in 2008. This revision came out in 2010. There's a lot of nano in here, which is good because I'm trying to get the MTFP. But they can still hit you with the splash damage. And they can kill each other with the splash damage, but regular weapons, or just won't actually deal damage. It's pretty interesting. And your allies, when you actually do get them, are immune to your damage. That hurt way more than I should have right there. I guess I'm just not paying attention. I must be really darn bad at just doing live commentary. That's what it means. So let's activate a teleporter, and so yeah, I do think we needed to come down here. But whatever. The Tasen actually won this fight. That's pretty interesting. Maybe it's because the Komato were too busy killing each other to do much about it. Okay, now I have the Tasen stat to level 10. I got Vengeance. You get 1 to all Tasen ammunition you pick up. Alright, pretty nice, pretty sick, pretty sweet. Yeah, and Easy tells you there's a teleporter above in case you couldn't figure that out. In case you couldn't figure that out by yourself, because there's not much else places to go except from up from here. If you haven't been up here yet, more than likely. Or if you have, you've noticed there's no way up here. Kick you in the back of the head because I feel like it. I might be past this, but that doesn't mean I don't get angry. I'm very angry at all this. Look at all this. Look at this. Shock splinter turret. Shredder. No. Don't feel like it. Now, we're actually right near the end of the level. This is actually a long time. The exit is right above us in this ever control room right here. But there's nano over here, and you know me, I can't resist good nano, because you can't find nano very easily in this, because of you're not allowed to kill people on pacifist mode. So back in here, there's a bit more nano. You could actually, there's a lot more to the sector to explore actually, namely that area up where the poster is, but I don't know, I'll probably show it off in a few, like, bonus episode or something. Because I'm planning on doing one of those to show off all the weapons, because I'm not going to be using them for most of the time. Yeah. So yeah, I'll probably show it off then. We found the control room all on our own. Not bad. And we're finally safe. At least for now. But fortunately, we don't believe Asha. He's a lying jerk. He doesn't like us. Why would he tell the truth? The bad guys never tell the truth. Well, I don't know if that's necessarily true, but The really good bad guys don't tell the truth. This place is empty. It's not good. Wait, some mysterious person. Oh wait, no, it's Dan. Hey bro, we haven't actually seen you since... No, you weren't in the intro. Hey bro. So it turns out he wasn't just an internet connection after all. And so he tried to get into the control room because he figured we'd be coming there. He got shot accidentally when he was trying to get here. Yeah, without nano fields, you're in a bit of trouble. You don't have, like, armor and everything. It's nice to see everyone back together. Oh, and he even apologized for being so bossy and everything. And this is a never little nice part of the game. Nah, you weren't too bad. You did what you had to do. I understand. I was just new to this alien shooting thing back then. I mean, it's not that I like it. And then, yeah, I'm mentioning that I'm on a pacifist run right there. Remember, your safety comes first. I won't think less of you for killing anyone. You're the only one who can do something about this mess. Like in every action thing ever made. But in this case, it is true. So we better get moving. And yes, there is something else we can do. And Dan's been reading up. The Komato are planning to outstrike the planet, and we're going to do it at full force. Pretty much obliterating everything. There's planetary shield generators. Only one still standing underneath this complex. We've got to stop him from blowing up the generator. There's a Komato general's on his way down here to a place called Sector X. He's in charge of the Komato fleet. We'll try talking to him this time. Hopefully he'd be more reasonable than Protera was. We don't know if he's going to listen to us. We don't have much of a choice. It's the best we can do, but there's something more important to do first. The Komato have sent down a ship with a phantom hammer, which we've heard about earlier. They can shoot through a lot of rock. We're going to try to hit the shield generator. Our only chance is for you to board the ship and destroy the phantom hammer before we can fire it. There's a spaceship docked in the sky and connected to an armory down here for lift, so you'll have to get in and get out before we take off. And after taking out the weapon, we head for the general in Sector X. It's going to be tough, but hey, I've upgraded my health. We can do this. We'll make sure they paid for this and what they've done to us and done to the Tasen. And I don't know if Dan's pendant or necklace there is something significant, but I don't know. Probably something significant. Or a shout-out, reference or something. If you know what's up with that, I'd like you to let me know, because I seriously don't know. So this is the last Tasen colony. They've been hunted by the Komato. Maybe the Tasens aren't the bad guys here, but things are just relative. You can't forgive people for killing people. They even knew this is origin long before we started to evolve. The Komato are about to kill everyone, us and the Tasen, unless we do something. No, not really. Oh, about the logbook. Well, this isn't good. You said you were a traitor. You said you were trying to trick us. And yeah, it is ridiculous, which is why I don't believe it, but I still have to ask you. Yeah, see? Right there, I had to ask. But we trust him. We trust him because he's helped us in the past, and he would have already led us into a trap earlier by telling us that C was shoot and X was crack earlier. You know, if you were a Komato, I would have found out sooner. Yeah, good point. Yeah, now she's got like this terrible vendetta against us or something. You don't have to say anything, bro. We gotten this far, and we're gonna get farther. That's like a motivational quote right there. We'll send them back where we came from. And we'll keep doing it your way. Oh, and I think this line actually changes depending on which stat you've maxed out first. I don't know exactly, but it seems like it has. Well, I guess it means we better get going then. And we better hope Dan's okay. But we're not going to be around to protect him. We're going to be off doing stuff, but I think we'll be fine. No, I know we'll be fine. I've beaten the game before. What am I saying? That was Sector 6, and it took a bit longer than I thought it would. This video is going to end up being really long, isn't it? Well, no, I don't want to continue without saving. Alright, so that was Let's Play EG. I hope you enjoyed yourselves, and I'm Mario Potter, signing off. See you all next time, people.